Hey everyone, it's me. And let us talk about one of my favorite things, books that are better off not being adapted into movies. Now, obviously, this is just my opinion. Also, spoiler alert for all the books and movies I'm going to mention. So the first reason why some books don't make good movies is because they read just too damn long or complicated. Like, think of Dune, Turchak Villeneuve, or Lord of the Rings, Turchak Jackson. These stories required so many changes to be made to work on screen, whether it was cutting entire subplots or condensing multiple books into one movie. And even then, they still didn't work as well as the books. A lot of people say that they tried to read Dune before watching the movie, but the writing was just too dense, and there was too much world building. You have to earn the right to be bored by a book, as the saying goes. A lot of people feel like they earned the right to be bored by Lord of the Rings, but the movies just didn't do it for them. So yeah, some stories are just too intricate, or have too much internal monologue to really be experienced the same way through a movie. The second reason is even harder, though. It's when a movie tries to change too much. Fans are very protective of their favorite books, as they should be. It's hard to stay true to the source material while also making a watchable movie. But sometimes filmmakers try to take creative liberties with the source material, and it doesn't always land. It's like I love Fight Club. The movie is amazing, and it does exactly what it needs to. The ending is perfect, and the twist is executed amazingly. And it's actually more faithful to the book than you would think. But at the same time, it condenses an entire novel's worth of story into a feature-length film. There's no way to adapt every detail from the book, but the movie does a great job of taking out the most extraneous details and focusing on the core story. Whereas something like Percy Jackson and the Olympians was just butchered. They added a bunch of unnecessary romance subplots, changed key plot points, and removed a ton of important characters. And fans of the book were not happy, myself included. But my favorite thing about this is when filmmakers are able to visualize the intangible. Books are great because you can visualize what's happening in your head while reading. But how do you visualize something like abstract concepts, internal thoughts, or a made-up magical system? Like in The Hunger Games. They created an entire new physical manifestation for the tribute's sponsors to interact with the tributes. And it looks so good. Or in his Dark Materials, they gave the demons the form of the character's soul, which was a really cool way to visualize something that's supposed to be formless. Or in Harry Potter, they had to figure out how to make the Dementors look like they sucked the soul out of you, and they did such a good job. There's so many examples of movies doing this really well, but I could talk about it all day. And finally, the last reason why some books don't make good movies is when the author has no say in the adaptation process. When filmmakers have the freedom to interpret the source material however they want without the author's input, sometimes it just doesn't work out. J.K. Rowling has been pretty vocal about her dislike for the Fantastic Beasts movies. And George R.R. Martin has said he hates the Game of Thrones ending. Sometimes it's better if the author's involved in the adaptation process, like with his Dark Materials, because they can help bridge the gap between the intangible and the visual. Yeah, those are just some of my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.